Thank you for joining me on another video trip report. Today's flight is on Qantas A330 from Seoul Incheon International Airport to Sydney. This route is no longer flown by Qantas, but it is still being flown by Qantas subsidiary Jetstar Airways on a 787. Sydney to Incheon route has become weirdly very competitive since COVID. Going from 2 airlines before COVID to 5 airlines competing on this route. This perhaps is one of the reasons why Qantas has withdrawn from this route, especially given the capacity and also the revenue arrangement. The other issue is probably the Qantas having limited aircraft to play around as well. I think reflecting this issue, the Sydney-Incheon flight I could see was frequently delayed in both directions, coming from Sydney to Incheon and Incheon to Sydney. Qantas uses Terminal 1, which is the older terminal at Incheon International Airport. It has been recently refurbished within the last 5 years, so it doesn't show its oldness very much. This flight was taken before the combined One World Lounge opened, so the lounge video you're seeing is of the Korean Air Lounge in Terminal 1, which is interesting because the Korean Air actually does not operate out of Terminal 1 anymore. All the SkyTeam airlines are consolidated in Terminal 2, which is the newer terminal that opened around 2018. There was a good selection of both hot and cold food, probably much better than when it was actually original Korean Air Lounge. And they even featured a lie-down massage bed/chair. This flight was delayed by about 3 to 4 hours, which gave me more time in Korea. But on the other hand, this caused issue with the dinner being served very late. I understand the connecting flight that this flight originated was from Haneda, Japan, so that flight arrived late, resulting in Sydney to Incheon flight being late. The boarding was smooth, however, as you can see in the upcoming video, there was a little bit of a spillage on the floor. This perhaps reflects how rushed the flight was and how the ground crew did not have time to clean the aircraft properly. Thankfully it did not smell, so I don't think the spillage was from vomiting or other bodily fluid. The equipment today is Airbus A330-300. Originally it was 200, but it was upgauged about a month or two before I flew this flight. This used to be a new business class.
I'm actually sitting there. Oh, sorry. Is this 4A?
But it's no longer
Yes.
considered new.
Sorry.
Qantas is due to introduce new business class along with their Airbus 350.
Once you find your seat, please place your back seat on the seat in front of you or in overhead lockers.
As with any other Qantas long-haul flight in business class, there was pajama served, as well as a mattress and very comfortable bed.
In our economy class, a small pocket below
This video was filmed in 2023, and at this point Qantas was still giving out 100-year anniversary amenity kit, which I really liked, and has been since replaced by not as exciting, more boring looking amenity kit. The flight was quite full and there were quite a few Korean speaking crews on board.
cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
That includes infants and children.
Flight today took off heading north today. You might notice that if you look at the map of Incheon airport, North Korea is actually not that far off. And this often means any aircraft that takes off heading north will begin its flight with a steep left turn, doing a 180 degree to reroute either to south or to west if they're heading to Europe.
And remember, only
Incheon Airport used to be nicknamed as Marshmallow, which is a Korean animation character that was popular in early 2000. This was due to the terminal shape resembling the shape of a rabbit from the sky. This is not as obvious anymore since Terminal 2 has opened, and also a new satellite terminal has opened at Terminal 1.
차량 여러분, 방금 좌석 벨트 부신행이 꽂았습니다.
Korea is a pretty small country, especially South Korea. So we reached the Busan, which is the biggest port of Korea. located at the southwestern tip of South Korea within about half an hour of taking off. You can see there's a lot of shipping activities around the port, but some of them are also probably doing a squid fishing, which is often done at night time. Dinner service started at about 1 hour into the flight, which was 1 a.m. local time or this Korean time. And by the time all the dinner was served and finished, it was 2:30 a.m. The food itself was quite good. The entree that you've just seen was a grilled duck salad with a carrot pickle and sesame mustard dressing. And the main was braised beef, short rib, Korean style with a steamed rice. Dessert was not very Korean, however, finishing with cheese and crackers. And by the time I finished all the meal, I was very tired, and this explains why the video quickly transitioned into daylight. The breakfast was the usual standard Qantas affair, with either different options of choice, including muesli, toast, and yogurt. Cabin crew tried to serve the breakfast as late as possible to allow the passengers to have a maximum rest, especially given how late this flight departed. Although above the cloud was quite sunny approaching Sydney, it was quite obvious as we got close to the airport that it was cloudy and a bit rainy below the cloud. Overall, it was a pleasant flight, except the fact that the flight departed really late. I guess this won't be happening anymore as Qantas doesn't fly this route. Other point I want to make is I consistently find the Qantas flight crews on smaller aircraft or smaller long-haul aircraft, such as Airbus 330 and Boeing 787 seem to try a little bit harder than the counterparts on the Airbus 380. And it does make the flight a bit more enjoyable. And you can really experience the hospitality of the Qantas that you know of and familiar with.
We're about to land.
Thank you again for watching my video of my Qantas flight from Incheon to Sydney. I hope you enjoyed this video very much. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. And I'll be sure to come back with more video more frequently in future. Thank you.